I will continue the series with video analysis, and in this video, based on your recent votes on my YouTube channel, I will analyze clean and jerk of Rizki from Indonesia. Rizki is the current Olympic champion in 73 category, and he succeeded to beat Rahmat, his compatriot, in the last competition before preparing for Paris 2024 Olympics. Rizki, it's a great technician. He don't have too much strength, and we will see here some interesting things in his clean and jerk, and we will see how his body it's adapting, and it's producing force, and it's quite interesting to see these things. In this video I choose his 2-on-1 clean and jerk to analyze, and we look first time in the real time. Very nice video here from Weightlifting Gym. To 1 kilos. It's seeing that the barbell is heavy, but because he has a very good technique, he succeeds to do it. And definitely that it's very important if you have a very good technique and you know how to use your body, your muscles, and you don't try to work against our body. It's designed to work, it will help you a ton, and you can put like Rizki, more kilos on the barbell. And now I'll go a bit frame by frame, and I will try to explain you what is happened here. So if we look, Rizki has a very good start position, hips, torso. It seems that his shoulders are right above the barbell, which is very good. We can see that he's extending a lot his low back and his head. So basically what it's happened when you are adopting this position and you look up like that, it's easier for the body to activate posterior muscles, and that's why it's doing like that. For example, if you look down, it's much more easier to activate your anterior muscles. For example, bodybuilders, when they are doing biceps or something like that, always they are looking down at their biceps, and that's why they are doing like that, because when you look down, yeah, it's easier for you to activate those muscles, and you can do more weight, better sets. Here it's happened same. Rizki, it's using everything that he's got to succeed these 2-on-1 kilos clean and jerk. If we go normal speed, we can see that he has a bit of bounce from the ground. This is very important, and if you can control this one, it's not like ripping the barbell from the ground, but it's giving like a small bounce to the barbell, and it's helping after that to continue increasing his acceleration. He's doing a good job here. His hips are going a bit up here, but it's quite normal because I don't think it's very strong, and when you are not very strong from the ground and your legs are not very strong, your hips are going up a bit more than usual, and this is something that it's happened because his legs are not very strong, and hips, he's trying to use his back as well, hips, everything that he got. He's keeping the barbell very close, arms are in a very good position. The transition here where barbell is passing his knees, it's very good. We can see that barbell it's very close. This is very important. Now what it's happened here, we can see that when barbell it's passing his knees, he's already starting to go on tiptoes. So this is something that I think it's very good, especially for powerful athletes like Rizki, like myself, because actually what it's happened here, when you are extending on tiptoes, you activate your calf muscles, and when you activate your calf, your soleus, it's easier to activate your quad, and that's why it's preferring to do this one Rizki, and it's not staying as long as possible on full foot, because he wants to use his muscle at 100%, and I think it's not even thinking at this one, it's everything it's happen automatically, because his only focus here it's to lift this barbell to complete the clean, and in order to do this one you need to use your muscles 100%. So this is quite normal. We see that his hips, his feet, it's turning a bit into the sides, knees are going a bit exaggerating into the sides. This is another strategy of our body to produce force that is happen naturally. I don't think Rizki it's thinking, or when I pass here, when the barbell is passing my knees, I need to push my knees into the sides. I think he don't care about this one. These things are just happen. He has this interesting thing, pretty same like Rahmat, so they are remaining with the head a bit in front here in the power position. You can see how it is. Contact, it's mid-tight, a bit higher, it's quite normal here in the clean, and we can see that it's not fully extending, and this is quite normal, especially at these bigger weights, because if you are trying here to fully extend when your knees are fully locked, you can produce any more force, and if you can produce any more force, the athlete will clock in here and they will do a deadlift. You don't want this one, especially when you are battling for your place into the Olympics. Rizki knows this one, and that's why he's cutting short his extension here. And a lot of people will say that he's not using his legs because he's cutting short the extension, but it's exactly the opposite. So because it's doing this one and his knees are remaining a bit bended, his quads are activated, and because of that one he can still push against the ground with his quads, and this is very important. And we can see that he has a 73 kilo body weight and 201 kilos on the barbell. His only main care is to use his muscle 100%, and definitely that is doing this one. I like that he's remaining very nice with arms. I don't think, even if he wanted to use early the arms, I don't think it's possible, because Rizki seems that very technician guys, his arms are not very big, and I don't think it's possible even if he wanted to use early the arms here. Definitely that here, after barbell, it's passing his hips. We can see that it's changing his direction under barbell, and definitely here that he's using the arms. We can see because of the elbow, because when elbow sits here above the barbell, basically this is what it's happened. Usually athletes, when they are not using the arms here, the elbows are behind because they are staying in external rotation, and the elbows is going behind, and then you don't use anymore your upper body. But when you have your elbow here in internal rotation, definitely that you use those arms to change your direction under. It has a very good timing here. I was watching at many attempts of Rizki here in the clean and jerk, and I saw that it's not jumping too much, so it's like sloughing a bit his legs here. And in this competition, his feet stance was a bit narrower than usual. I saw him in other lifts where he was succeed to jump a bit more wider than usual. I think in this competition he was tired, because I saw him in that week and they did some crazy strong training session, him and Rahmat as well. So I think Rizki, he was doing 160 snatch, 200 clean and jerk, very easy, playing there with 73 kilo body weight. I think it's a big mistake when you are doing like that, like 2-3 days before competition. And probably this that was happened here. Rizki and Rahmat both, they was very tired before competition, and we can see here, because he's barely succeeding this clean, his elbows here in the turnover didn't succeed to turn off the elbows very good, almost close to touch with the elbows the knees. And when you're doing like that in a competition, it's no lift. But yeah, after that he succeeded to complete the elbow turnover, and it's going up from the hole. You can see here another pattern what it's happened. So when he's in the full bottom here, his hips are doing an external rotation to create space, but when he wants to push from the ground, we can see that his knees are going in. So this is not a mistake. His body, his hips are doing this internal rotation, and the knees are going in. And when he's doing like that, he's using properly his legs 100%. If you want to correct this one, it's not a thing that you need to try to put your knees in the sides or something like that. You only need to strengthen more your quads to make them more solid. And if you have more solid legs, your body will not do this compensation that much, that exaggerated, when the knees are almost close together. But in not any case, don't try to push your knees into the sides or something like that, because what actually it's happened when you are doing like that, you are just limiting your leg strength, and probably when you are going up from the hole here, if you try to keep the knees in the sides, you'll use your legs like 60-70%, and because you'll not let your body to do the internal rotation from your hips, he will do from another part. So here we can see a pattern. Some athletes will do by doing a hip shift, Sulimanoglu. Some athletes with arch their lower back, like Italians, especially the girls, and others they will round their upper back. All these they are strategies of our body to produce internal rotation, to produce that compression that they need our body to lift these weights on the clean and jerks. So here it's quite normal for Rizki, especially because it's a technical athlete and not very strong. Succeeded somehow to go up from the hole here. Has a pretty good front rack. He's not breathing very well. It's a mouth breather too. I don't like this one especially. I like here to see that athletes are inhaling with their nose, especially before doing the dip. The dip is good. I like that it's going with the hips a bit back, so it's not going with hips straight down. He's doing a bit back as well to load his glutes too. The dip, it's quite long for his body weight, and especially that he don't have very strong legs. Another pattern here, what it's happened, we can see that when he's starting the drive, he's already on tiptoes. So this guy, he wants to use his squats with all the cost, so he's not caring too much, because yeah, if you know in weightlifting, if you know how to use the legs, you will lift more weight for sure. I like that he's moving first time his back leg and front leg is remaining on the ground. Back leg, yeah, it's quite close. He's touching first with back leg and after that front leg. Here, because the weight was too heavy for him to go on, we can see that first time he's catching the barbell a bit in front. He has a much more longer split than usual, because what it's happened when you have more weight on the barbell, it's forcing you to catch the barbell a bit lower, and when you are doing this one into a split jerk, you need to go wider, and that's why I don't like to teach in my seminars to draw on the ground. You need to put your leg there and front leg there and back leg there, because what it's happened, you can do that one with lighter weights, but when you go heavy and you try to go 100% or something like that, you always need to do the split jerk larger. Lockout, it's a master. I like how Rizki is doing his lockout. His compatriot Rahmat, he has a lot of learn from Rizki, because I think this is the main issue of Rahmat. His lockout is not very good, especially in the snatch, and Rizki in the snatch is doing a much better job than Rahmat. We can see here that his lockout is very stable, and we can see that Rizki arms, upper body, it's not very strong. And if we compare him with Rahmat, it seems that he has bigger arms, but he always struggles with the lockout. And this one is only because Rahmat is trying always to external rotate his shoulders into the catch, and Rizki is doing more into the internal rotation. Where in the internal rotation, you are much more stronger, your body is doing a compression, and you can feel the barbell much more easier than usual. Even if he had here a very large split, his low back is in a very good position. I like that it's recovering first time with the back leg. When you're doing like that, you keep your barbell balance very good. If you push with your back leg, you will push the barbell in front, and you will increase your chance to miss the attempt. Front leg first, and after that the back leg. He was struggling a bit to stabilize the barbell, pretty normal, 201 kilos. This was my analysis of Rizki, a very good technician, even if his body it's not looking very big. He succeeded to do it, because it's very important to have a very good technique, and when you have a very good technique and you let your body to do his work, you can put more weight on the barbell, and you can beat much more stronger athletes than you. For example, he's a compatriot Rahmat, and in this competition, definitely that Rahmat was much more stronger. But because Rizki is using better his body, he was succeeded to beat him. So if you like this type of the videos, don't forget to like and share it to reach out more athletes as possible. And also don't forget to subscribe, because here on the YouTube we have more than 80% of people that they are watching are not subscribed. And if you subscribe and turn on the notification, it will help a ton this channel to grow. And if the channel will grow, the content will grow, and I will post more and more weightlifting content. Thank you.